blue, Albertson Stadium in Boise, Idaho. Two teams hoping to finish the season with a victory in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Kent State Golden Flashes. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Kent State's offense will get first crack at it today. And standing in the way is one of the best defensive lines in the country.
And if we're just being honest, this is every offensive coordinator and quarterback's worst nightmare. When you've got an offensive line with a lot of inexperienced young players and freshmen going up against a D-line, David, with this type of talent, with this type of experience and explosiveness, they chew up O-lines and spit them out daily, and you know they're licking their chops.
Bro, it's funny how you look at it from the offensive perspective, and immediately defensively, I'm like, it's hunting season. Like, we're going hunting. And here's the thing, we're going to find those freshmen up front. Like, that's the matchups that we got to make sure we dominate. So a great defensive line against some tough matchups on this offensive side.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Got it. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Golden Flashes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Flips it out to the back. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
And the Golden Flashes can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Gonna look downfield again. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They're dealing with a second and long. Finds his man. It's Harris.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on third and short. Looking to throw for it. Fires on the run. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense...
Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Now on the counter. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's Mensah to throw. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
And the Hurricanes line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He's looking to throw. Here's the pressure. And down he goes.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and
There's some room. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. This time he wants to throw. Complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They try to pop a run on the draw, and they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that third and long.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on third down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the first down.
They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. The inside handoff. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They'll give it to him again. Finding some room. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back can get some positive yards.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They go to the draw. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
So Miami signals for a timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. The golden flashes, trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Kent State. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. They get enough rush. rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And I'm putting that one in my back pocket. I'm going to start. I'm going to highlight it. That blitz came home. We are going to need that down the road, and I'll be ready to call that one.
The Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to try to get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, great energy in that building and a fun first half in this Idaho Potato Bowl. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the second half in the Las Vegas Bowl.
And the Golden Flashes will boot it away to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Throwing, Mensah. That's caught. It's Lofton. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Caught over the middle. It's Vaughn. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick release on the RPO. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. And the Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Vaughn. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Going to the run. It's Brown. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Makes the grab. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll run play action. Got his man on the right. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
They'll move the tight end. Here's Brown. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it to clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been pumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. They marched 79 yards on the drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On the ground with the counter. Shakes off the defender. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. At the end of 3, and we've got a chance to have a postseason classic on our hands. Let's take a look at the stats so far. Time to see who's going to head into the offseason with a big W as we start the final period. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Golden Flashes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
After run, now throw. Fires to the tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
They'll try to run for it. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's fourth down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, we've seen this all night long. The defense closing in on these throws. The windows are constricting so quickly. It's been a tough night at the office for this quarterback, and he gets another one knocked to the ground.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
After that incompletion, it's decision time now if you're the head coach. Do you stay aggressive? Do you trust your offense to go get this first down, try and eat clock and win the game late? Or do you trust your defense to get it back to you quickly for one more opportunity?
Makes a move. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Golden Flashes offense ready to get this drive started. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Makes the grab. It's Harris. Could not make his way to the corner. The clock stopped. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. It's complete to the right. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible, the defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock. And the golden flashes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They need hope to pin them deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Mensah fires to the big fella.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
To the air on first down. He lets it fly. A full dive to haul that one in. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And the Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Fletcher. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Shoots it to the left. Got it! And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Run in the red zone, it's Fletcher. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Off the play fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Canes! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Late in the game, as a coach, you're trying to find something that will work. And how about the big fella, the tight end, comes up huge. You needed a play, you found him, and he delivered.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
Well, I know it's early in the drive, but we've got less than a minute to go here. We've got to be more aggressive. We've got to take some shots, put some pressure on the defense.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Firing to the right, complete. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? Just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
Second down, they'll go to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. And so they'll have one more chance. One possession behind. The pass interference penalty will give them an untimed down and a chance at a little glory. Fires deep toward the end zone. He knocked it away. Incomplete and saved the game as this one is over.